My name is Vasiliki Rahimzadeh. I am faculty at the Center for Medical Ethics and Health Policy at Baylor College of Medicine in Houston, Texas. I have a genomics background with advanced graduate training in biomedical ethics and health policy, and my research really explores some of the ethical, legal, and social issues of emerging computing technologies in human genomics. My Springer Nature collection, Bioinformatics, Ethics, and Data Privacy, really focused on some of the ethical, legal, and social challenges that researchers face across biological, genomic, and health-related data systems. The aim was to create a venue for that work that does more than identify some of the privacy problems in bioinformatics that we're very well versed in. And I wanted the collection to surface some of the emerging computational approaches, tools, and governance strategies that can be used to help some of these persistent questions around de-identifying sensitive genomic data, encryption, privacy-preserving technologies, and some of the emergent cybersecurity risks involved in that. At a broad level, the collection really sought to bring some of the bioinformatics, ethics, data privacy, engineering communities together into closer conversation around how biological data can become less identifiable, more durable, more reusable in a way that helps the field generate new approaches for responsible data sharing across emerging computing environments. I really hope the collection helps move the field from treating ethics and privacy not necessarily as downstream compliance issues, but actually towards seeing them as core design considerations for privacy engineering and bioinformatics research and infrastructure. The field of bioinformatics has really made extraordinary advances in things like data generation, storage, linkage, and analysis, but we also know from the bioethics world that those advances raise some really difficult questions about the protections that the public wants around their data and the consent and data use permissions for how to leverage that data to advance different areas of science. And so I hope this collection encourages more researchers to integrate those privacy preserving methods, see responsible data stewardship as a core of research conduct as opposed to compliance, and take those stakeholder values into account, and specifically around the computational systems that they built. One of the major challenges was actually the breadth of this topic. Bioinformatics, ethics, and data privacy really cuts across many different domains. So domains like genomics, digital health, cybersecurity, database design, computer science, data sharing policy. These are all the areas in which bioinformatics really touches. And so curating the collection and drawing peer reviews that represent some of that disciplinary breadth was really quite a challenge, but a good one for me, and I think strengthens the overall intellectual quality and contributions of the issue. I would say, another challenge is really bridging those different scholarly languages and encouraging submissions that we felt were technically rigorous, but also meaningfully could engage some of the ethical and social dimensions of data use. I loved seeing the collection launch and really become this dedicated space for conversation that I was hoping to curate with all the different types of articles that were submitted. This field's often discussed in fragmented ways. So privacy as a regulatory issue, or bioinformatics as a scientific issue or a basic science issue, and the cybersecurity problem or a consent challenge. And so I really loved seeing this collection bring those issues together under one umbrella and position them as central to really the future of a responsible bioinformatics field. I think I was especially proud that the collection also recognized privacy, access to information, and responsible stewardship as some of these connected goals rather than competing priorities, which is, I think, the basis of good governance and good policy development. So the launch presented really an opportunity to invite researchers to think more ambitiously, to be bolder about data sharing policy that can evolve alongside but not in competition with regulation and the science itself.